Alright, you guys, I'm making a video today. Mecania, come on. So, I want to share a story with you guys. If you're new to the channel, I like to share the stories that I make up from time to time. And right now, so the other thing that's happening is that I just integrated the flocks today. So I have 12 new birds and 5 old birds, and it's pecking order time. So these big birds, the black ones, are all really good with the babies. And there's just one over there, this Mecania, you know Mecania, she's over here now, causing trouble. Come here, Scarlet. Anyway, so I'll have some good distraction, but I want to share a story with you guys today. So it's been a while since I shared a story, and I do that from time to time, sharing stories. So today's story is one that I made up to try and teach kids about our relationship with plants and these connections that we have that we don't always see. Yeah, we don't always see them because we don't have the framework to describe it. So this is the story of the 3 grasses who were brothers. So once upon a time, there were 3 grasses who were brothers. Now, being that they were brothers, there was a lot of competition. They were always arguing and fighting over who was the best or the strongest. And so one day, these 3 grasses, they came up upon the edge of a great big field, and miles away off in the distance, there was a mountain. And they decided that they were going to have a competition once and for all to see who was the best grass. They decided that the best brother, the best grass, was going to be the first one to grow on the far side of the mountain. Now, the oldest brother grass, he was really tall. He came up with his strategy to make seeds that had sails, so that when the wind blew, they would fly off towards the mountain. And as soon as the wind blew, the oldest brother was off to an early lead, growing wherever his seeds landed. Now, the middle brother grass, sorry, distractions. The middle brother grass wasn't tall like his brother, but he came up with a new strategy. He came up with hooks for his seeds. He designed his seeds so that as the rabbits hopped past, the seeds would hook onto their fur. And so the middle brother started growing wherever the rabbits traveled, in the thickets down by the creek, traveling off towards the mountain. Well, the youngest brother grass, he didn't have special hooks on his seeds. He didn't have special sails. His strategy was to make the biggest, most beautiful seeds he could. He caught all this sunlight energy and put all that sweetness into his seeds and held his seeds up high. And when the time was right, those seeds just, they fell right down to the ground, like exactly where he started. So this youngest brother grass, he grew up and he tried again, catching sunlight energy, making big, beautiful seeds, and he was stuck. He wasn't getting anywhere. He saw his oldest brother flying off towards the mountain, his middle brother growing here and there, and he thought, man, I am gonna lose this race. What was I thinking? But just then, a traveler happened to come past. Now, this traveler had been walking a while and was pretty hungry. And he sat down and he saw these big, beautiful seeds, and he just happened to taste one. And he was like, wow, this is so good. He ate a few more. Oh, it's filled him up. It gave him energy. The traveler knew a thing or two about relationships. And he said, you beautiful plant. Wow, you've given me food. Is there anything that I could do for you in return? Well, the youngest brother grass, you didn't have to ask him twice. He said, oh, please, could you take me to the far side of the mountain? I've always wanted to grow there. Well, the traveler said, of course, I'm headed that way. And so he scooped up all of the seeds that were left, and he put them in his pouch, and he carried them on his travels all the way to the village on the far side of the mountain. And when he got there, he showed all the other villagers, and they prepared the ground, and they planted those seeds of the youngest brother grass. And in the end, it was the youngest brother who won the race to grow on the far side of the mountain. And you guys probably seen it, but I forgot to show it to you. The youngest brother grass was not even the most successful in winning the race to the far side of the mountain. This plant, this grass here, is traveled down rivers, across oceans. It's grown on every continent, probably in more square footage than any other plant in the world. I don't know. But that youngest brother grass was corn. And the reason that that youngest brother and corn is so successful? Well, it's because of the relationship that it has with us. And so that ties back into Squirrel and Grandmother Oak Tree. So if you haven't seen that video, I hope you'll show your kids that one. And it shows us a thing or two about plants and how we really connect best with them, because the most powerful thing we can do to foster our relationship with these other living things, plants, is by protecting their seeds and helping their children to be successful. So I hope you enjoyed that story. I hope you probably ate some corn today, so I hope you appreciate your relationship with corn. And until next time, peace. Hey Scarlet, come here. I'm gonna show you this awesome birdie. So this is Scarlet, and Scarlet is gonna be the new face of this Inwood Eden channel. I'm gonna try and put her on camera as much as possible. Even though she's a little trying to go somewhere now, she's actually quite the lap chicken. And yeah, so I'll try and give you guys a big dose of Scarlet here, make her famous. And another disclaimer real quick, while another plane messes up my video. This is what happens when you live out in the sticks out by the airport. I do know that, in case you're wondering, this is artichoke. I know artichoke is not a grass. And this is beggar ticks. So why did I just say that? It's not beggar ticks, it's tick trefoil. I misspeak sometimes. I get anxious on video. But yeah, tick trefoil. I know that they're not grasses, and just in case you wanted to know what those plants were. But there are grasses that exhibit each of those patterns. So anyway, that was a little add-on. Now that I slowed down a little bit, it's a bummer all the chicks are right here being a distraction for me and not being cuteness for you guys. But oh well. All right, you guys, catch you later. Peace.